What's up guys, welcome back. Today we have a super short video for you. I want to show you this real simple trick how to put together RC four-wheel drive beadlock wheels, specifically the 1.9 inch wagon wheels. Now these things are a three-piece design. You have an outer, an inner, and a middle ring. And then of course you have the hub. This is going to be a real quick video, so let's jump over to the workbench and I'll show you exactly what I did. So here I have the beadlock wheel all disassembled. You have these four pieces plus a bunch of screws holding it together. This is the inner ring, it goes inside the wheel, and then you have these two pieces, and the bead of the tire sits in these little grooves, and they get sandwiched between kind of the outside ring and the inside ring. And then the hub goes through the back, bolts everything together, and applies that pressure that keeps the tire to the wheel. So the first thing you need to do is you need to put the inner ring inside the tire. Then of course you put one side on, and then you get the other side on. And at this point, the wheel becomes incredibly frustrating to put together because you have to seat the bead as best you can and line up these spokes and holes as best you can as well. The screws that they supply with the wheels are these M2 by 8mm screws. They're just a little too short when assembling the wheel. Now these guys are my secret weapon. These are M2 by 14mm. I should mention that these screws are included when you buy the wheels, but if you're like me, you didn't even realize that. I completely missed that they were in the package, totally, for like months. The reason these 14mm screws are so important is because they're just long enough to slide through both of these locking plates. It gives you just enough thread to put a little bit of pressure on the tire and get the hub in place, and you can start to screw it together, and you're not really applying very much pressure to the wheel itself, and so it allows you to kind of properly seat the tire right where you need it. At this point, the wheel is together. There isn't a ton of pressure clamping down on the tire, but that's okay. It allows us to slowly tighten down on these screws, applying more and more pressure as we get closer and closer to tightening it all the way. I like to do just a few rotations per screw, and then switch to the other one, and this way I'm getting a nice consistent pressure across the entire bead of the tire. And I like to flip it over, make sure that the front and back are both looking good. Okay, so both these screws are now completely tightened. The bead is nice and even all the way across, and at this point I can take these 8mm ones, put them in these other four holes, and then take the two longer screws out and replace them with the short ones. And a little bonus tip, when you're putting these wheels together, you always want to go in an alternating pattern. And the reason for that is just so you're applying an even pressure all the way across the wheel. But because you are screwing into metal, you will want to put a little bit of thread lock on these screws just to make sure they stay nice and secure. Yeah, so there it is. Hope you enjoyed it. Super quick video, super simple. Like I said, some of you probably already know this and you've been doing it for a while. I'm just a big old dummy, I guess. Completely missed that. Anyone who's put these wheels together knows it is the biggest pain in the butt. You're trying to hold the wheel together, you're trying to hold the hub in place, you're trying to get the screw in. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more content. If you like what you're seeing, leave a little comment. I would love to hear back from you guys. Thanks.